The Maze, a beautiful puzzle and fun game to play. Unfortunately, not that many people know how to build it in their Minecraft worlds, so not that many people do. However, today, I'll show you how to make a maze in Minecraft. Let's get started! First of all, you have to outline a space for your maze. In this case, I've gone for a very small design for my maze. Next up, you should make an entrance. A great design for it is just going up 3 blocks on either side of the entrance, and then putting one at the top, then breaking. So now you have an entrance. And you have to put that somewhere in your shape, of course. And then, in the same fashion, you should have an exit. Now I'm building this out of leaf blocks, but you can build it out of any real material you want, as long as you can't really walk through them. That kind of defeats the purpose of the maze. If you want an extra hard maze that traps players inside, you may use obsidian. If you want a corn maze, then you might use leaves. If you want a maze to defend yourself, you might use quartz or another nice looking block like that. Pretty simple. Next up, you should make a little entrance corridor. Now you can make your maze, depending on the size, you can make it 1 by 1 for corridors, 2 by 2, 2 by 1, anything pretty much. And then you start the actual work of building. What you can do is place stuff like this. So now we have another corridor, and now this corridor can turn either this way, you can choose to go this way, or go straight. If you go this way, then it loops around here, and then goes here, and then goes here, and then goes here, so it's just one big loop. Loops are one of the easy ways to make your experience be better. Makes the users get lost in the maze much more easily. So far I have that, and make sure that you can do several things. 1, you can have corridors that lead like that. 2, you can have more things that loop around, and they don't have to be big loop arounds. They can just be little things like that, and then it heads around and emerges here. And in addition to that, you can have little places like that. It's just a lot of things. Or what you can do, if you have room at some point in your maze, you can make this structure. Essentially, that gives you 4 options. You can head in from either of the options, and then say this option could lead you out this way. Now this option could lead you in, or lead you this way, which loops around here, back to this way, and then this way can go and turn here, and then loop back into this way. And then this way continues into maze, and then you can just continue free-forming by having pretty much two different designs. You can have the corridor, where you have a corridor, well, 3 really. The corridor, you have a corridor, and you break blocks in order to provide a direction to go. That's the corridor, and you can improve designs of it to make it a 4-way intersection, or 3-way, or even 5-way, or even 10-way. So you have that, and then you also have the loop, where pretend we have an intersection. We have built the intersection, but then this way loops around to this way. I know it's connecting to the actual maze, but I have limited space here. Then, already, I'm pretending I can't see anything else, and I start at the maze. already you can see that it would be really confusing once you build it up. Next up, you should, well, like I just said, build it up. Everything should be 3 high. If you want lightings, then you can put glowstone as a floor or put it on top. And what you should do is have, for the entrance and exit, place a special block. Like, for example, for the entrance I might place endstone, and for the exit I place sponge, just so you know which one's the entrance and which one's the exit. So I put endstone here and sponge. You can really use 2 blocks as long as they both look not the same. Yeah, so you have to build it up to a 3 block. I recommend that because, as you can see here, 3 block you can't really see up. However, here you easily can, and you can't do a less than 2 block no matter what, because if it's 1 block you can literally just hop over it. So that kind of defeats the purpose of the maze. So that's pretty awesome. What you can do if you want a harder experience is you have floor 1 of the maze, and then pretend that this, just wait a moment, pretend that this, wait, sorry for the delay, pretend that this is our maze. It's really simple and it's actually a terrible maze, as you can see. You can see the entrance and the exit right away. That's one of the cardinal don'ts for it. But you can see we have a little maze portion. And then, what you can do is have another layer on top of that and put it at the 3 mark. So you layer over this with more of your building block, or a different building block if you want, if your building block isn't leaves pretty much. So then you have the enclosed maze shape. As you can see, it actually is pretty hard. And then on top of that you have to build up the barriers once again, and you have 2 layers of the maze. And then what you can do that's actually really cool is have players on the upper layer of the maze, and then there's like ways to go from the upper layer to the lower layer, and then it's just a really interesting challenge where you have to navigate towards multiple layers of floors in order to get out. Now, the uses for mazes are practically limitless, so I'll only be showcasing a few. First of all, you can use it to defend your base. Here we have the beautiful obsidian bunker. Well, actually ugly, but so you have to go through the tough maze until you get to the end. Make sure to keep away your friends and annoying mobs. That way your house won't get annoyed. I suggest you build this up with something strong, like obsidian, or if you're doing it in creative, or if you have cheats on Zen Bedrock. Just do it with a hard material. Please don't add any torches inside the thing. You can do it in your actual bunker, but if you do, they'll provide I know I'm here, so if I know I'm here, then I just went the same way I went before, so I'll try this way. You don't want them to recognize where they are. That's one of the cardinal sins of doing it. Next up, the battle arena. So far, we've only showcased designs that help with defending your base. However, this one is not the case. This is a PvP maze. You and another player would enter the maze bare without anything, and you have to race around trying to kill each other first. There are several hidden stashes, secret awesome bits, and secret terrible bits. It's up to you to decide which one's which. If you beat the other player, you win. Watch out though, as there are traps and the other player. Here we have a simple design where it's not the human that races, it's the pillager. You have your pillager in here, and when you're ready to start the race, you open up the gates. Then, come on pillager, do you see that there's a villager? Oh yay, he's off. And pillagers are actually really good. No! I just said you're really good, don't turn around. Anyway, so you can watch the pillager do their thing. However, Apparently, they're not that good at it. Now they've just wandered back to their starting area. And wait. Oh, I'm pushing them to the side. I was trying to push them up. Come on, pillager. Come on, pillager. I know you can do this. Okay, I'm not sure you can do this. Okay, let's try again. So close the door, and then you spawn a pillager. Now this pillager will be a good pillager. Who's a good pillager? Okay, he's off. And he's already completed the thing. Good job, pillager. Now you know what I'm going to do. Are you ready? It's a really awesome thing. Yeah, here we have a little security entrance. So you can head in to kill the pillager once you're done. This is a really good design for on a city server. You can just play it. And if you have a video mod installed, then the people can actually watch from their homes. Because the problem is that if there's any people in survival who are here, the pillager will go towards them instead of the prize villager. So you can't do that. This is also a really good design for Rube Goldberg machines, where the pillager just triggers a pressure plate at the end. This is a really good design and a really fun design. Finally, we have a small mini-game. In this mini-game, you have to enter, and then you have 5 seconds or so to go as far as you can. When you go to your farthest you can, you have to go straight and then find what's in the chest, take it, and continue. You can tweak this a lot to your liking. This is a simple, fun, and interesting mini-game. Speaking of simple, fun, and interesting, my friend Spotsign makes some very simple, fun, and interesting videos and tons of simple, fun, and interesting facts. I highly encourage you check it out at Spotsign. Overall, this video and all the ways to use mazes has been amazing. Get it? I know, pretty cheesy joke. Comment down below what you learned about mazes in the comments below, and this is the Amazing Tristeon signing out.